first started at Solid Rock Baptist Tabernacle in 2015 of March, we met at a elementary school. It's called 6th Avenue Elementary School, and it was just a biggest blessing to actually find a place in LA to approve for us to meet there and just share the gospel to everybody.
When we were going to other churches, we weren't faithful to those other churches. We were there, then we would find another one, and we'd find something wrong with it. And they were not independent, fundamental, Bible-believing Baptist churches using the King James Version Bible either. And so we found this one, and my whole life started to change.
Keep coming back to a Solid Rock because I like the fellowship. And I love the preaching, and AJ does a good job with the ministry, and I love the people. That's why the main reason I come back is for the preaching, praying, and the people. And it's not about the minister, the pastor, it's about what we're learning, what we come to church for.
I've been coming to Solid Rock Baptist Church for almost a year, and my first time was 3 weeks before their 1-year anniversary. After my very first time here, I felt like I was family instantly, because it was everything that I was looking for. Because I feel like Jesus is number one in this church, and sometimes people will be like, oh, is your church spirit-filled? And I'm like, well, it's Jesus-filled, so that's really what I care about. And I didn't feel like I was getting that at other churches, so I like that Christ is preeminent here, and then I also like the like-mindedness of people here with we only use the King James Bible and the hymns, and it's a very tight community, which I like. Whether you're a baby Christian or a mature Christian, he's able to cover every base, so I think he's a good pastor.
My mother introduced us to this church back in July of 2016. She came first, and then she came and told me, you've got to come meet them. This is like Ryland all over again. The people here are just like in Canoga Park, because we've been looking for churches in this area. And then we came here, and there was so many children, and since I have so many children, it just worked out perfect.
Came to Solid Rock, and I listened to what he had to say. I started coming to this church, and I've been here ever since. And every Sunday that I come, something will bring me back, and I think about it when I leave. Things that he could do, this is where he belongs. People have walked in here and they were on drugs or prostitutes or whatever it is that you want to say. He's never turned his back on anybody.
Pastor AJ has a real heart for the people in this location. It's not an easy location to have a ministry in. It's kind of hard. It's South Central. People have to see the authenticity of who you are as a Christian. He's door to door. He's hands-on. He talks to everybody. Some of the first people that came into the church probably wouldn't be the kind of people you would invite into a church. But just 2 years, they're getting it, they're catching on, and the church is growing. One of the first groups I think we got with was House of Blessings, which is kind of like a homeless women's outreach. And we hooked up with them, and we hooked up with downtown Skid Row. The first time we went there was on a Thanksgiving Day. We passed out bags, and 2 guys got saved right there on Skid Row. It was like instant salvation on the sidewalk, man.
It amazes me to see that there's people here that didn't know what book of the Bible that we were going to be in, but now they're getting it. They're getting to know that, man, I get to have a personal relationship with my God, my Savior, Jesus Christ.